Good Tuesday morning. Water's heating up. I'm going to do some of this natural processed coffee. I've talked about this before. Very happy that I got it. The natural processed coffee, this is the Puerto Rican coffee. It is done at the end of their harvesting season, where full berries are allowed to ferment and the beans inside are allowed to ferment, and then they are cleaned, washed, and processed, and then all of that happy jazz. So it's a fermented coffee. It's a different flavor. It's a different texture. It's a different profile. This is a light roast. I'm very excited. I love doing these. This is a great coffee. The other thing, I ran out of Chemex paper. This is my last full Chemex paper that I've been using since we started this back in February. And as you can see, it's just four corners, folded up like this. And then you just use one of the pockets that is formed on the end here, if my fingers will work, to make a little pocket to put down and put your coffee in. So I ran out of these. I should have went looking for more. I have the box back there, so it's not like I don't know what these are. But I did find these. These are natural brown coffee filters. They have little perforations in them. I don't think that's going to make any difference. It says flavor enhancing micro perforations at the gimmicks. It is chlorine and bleach free, which to me is a big deal because the white papers, you have to wash them out. The coffee not absorb the taste of the paper. Perforations, blah, double crimped. I've never had one burst, but apparently this design helps protect against bursting. Weird. Thicker paper traps impurities for a smoother cup. Never had a not smooth cup. These papers are excellent. Gluten-free. Guys, this paper is gluten-free, which means that you can, after you're done making your coffee, you can just suck on the paper and it's gluten-free. Yeah, and then all of these things, half of which might mean something, half of which doesn't mean anything. Look up John Oliver, last week tonight? I think that's what it's called, on YouTube, and watch the chocolate one that he did around the Halloween time to tell you if any of these actually mean anything. Sometimes they don't. The regulations and everything that they do, sometimes it's just there for a stamp. Sometimes they do something, most of the time not so much. But it is interesting to watch. So this fits, which is good. It fits fairly well. We'll see how much better. If I don't want to stick this down in here because it's going to choke the air, but that might not be a problem. We'll see what happens when we get water. Let's put water in here just to see what happens. We'll fill it out. See if we get adequate coverage. All the air being pushed out. I'll have to see how this goes. Well, we've already kind of choked the air off here. This is much thinner. Ooh, I don't know about this. Oh well, that's fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's a lot thinner than this paper here. I don't know if I enjoy that or not. But at least it fills everything out. We'll get coffee in here. Like I said, we're going to do this coffee. But yeah, I bought new filters. There's 100 of them in here. We'll see. They may get regifted if I find some more Chemex, actual Chemex papers. I couldn't find any. Such a nice, fruity, chocolatey smell. But I couldn't find the Chemex papers to buy when I went to like Target, so, but that's okay. I'll figure something out. Oh, dang it, I messed up already. Let's, yeah, I meant to measure. Sorry, I've got 30 different things on my mind right now. So, we are doing, we'll do about, yeah, a little over 35, do about 36. Actually, we're gonna do more than that because I've already got coffee in there and I ain't taking it out. It's gonna be a lot of coffee to make, but that's all right. That is okay. So, I've got it on a 20 right now. Let's take it down so it's a little bit more coarse. The higher I go over here, the more coarse it gets. The lower I get over here, the finer it gets. Let's put it about there. Which would be backwards, you think. You think the lower the number, the more coarse it would be. The higher the number, I don't know why. I guess maybe I'm programmed to think that. It's weird. Okay, so let's get started. That's interesting. I'm sorry, I was just looking, and I've got a couple of fun little bits in here. Look, see, there's some there. There's a bit there. That must be part of the process. Smells good, though. Maybe how it's processed, it's just harder to get at some of the things, but this is interesting. This might be the outside of a bean. I mean, everything's been washed and cleaned and prepared, but because they've been fermented, maybe the bean's just a little bit softer regardless, and a lot of it comes more apart more easily. I mean, that's a whole bean right there. It's just that that's how it was in the... Usually when you get these, they're full beans. They've not been... The process where they roast them, it's a giant, like, almost think like a... For most of them that I have seen, think of like a giant cement mixer, but it's a paddle in the middle of this circular drum, and the paddle moves the coffee around while it heats up and roasts. And the shorter amount of time it's in there, it's light. The longer amount of time in there, it gets medium and then dark. I've never seen these kind of bits in coffee that I have drunk, you know, so, and definitely not in Bones coffee. So this is very interesting. I think it's fun. It's fun how that works. And it's fine. It should be great. Okay. So how it sounds like, yeah. You can always hear when that thing is getting to a point where it's boiling. So let's see how much coffee we've got here. It's nice, medium, fine. That is a lot of coffee. Probably should have thought twice about what I did. So, ooh, yeah, look how much, look at that filled up. So that's 38 grams of coffee. We'll stick with that. I wasn't paying attention. Actually, let me get a spoon. We'll save those. We'll save what we got ground up there, and I'll take it down to. I'll take it down a little bit. I don't want to overload this. I mean, yeah, this is for an 8 to 12 cup cone coffee filter. That is kind of garbage. All right. Well, we'll put that blitzed up coffee into a proof container, and maybe we'll have a little bit more this afternoon before we figure out what we're doing. Okay, so I have 33 grams of, I do have 33 grams of coffee in there, which, as you can see, I mean, this paper, that's nothing what this paper here will take. It's kind of ridiculous. I guess I need to go above a 4 in order to do this properly. So I got 33 grams in there. Let's try to get up to about 400, and we'll see. I mean, I guess I understand why they would use the word burst. Look, it doesn't even adhere to the side. Okay, so let's get a blooming phase going on here. There we go. Okay. I can see why they're like, the term burst is in their vocabulary here. Because that's pretty...
that's pretty fucking thin. That's very thin.
I didn't start my timer, because again, I'm doing too many things at once. Okay, so let's wait 10 more seconds here. So we'll do it about 15 seconds. Let everything get gaseous and whatnot. And then I've got 111 grams in there right now. Let's see. Whoa! In the arms of the angel. Okay, well, that is bursting. So let's read the back of this paper again. I'm gonna have to go out and buy more Chemex papers. This is okay. Double crimped.
Crimpity, crimpity, now, crimpity, crimpity, ask me how.
Design helps against bursting. The first one here, guys, and we are bursted. Look at this. Not gonna lie though, that's pretty fantastic. I have never, in how many months? 10 months. I have never seen such a thing happen. I have never seen it burst. And that was only 33 grams of coffee. That's a normal cup of coffee for me. And it fits fine. It's just the paper is so terribly thin. Oh my God. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? That's kind of, wow, that is really depressing. Okay, do I have any way of, we may have to pause for a second while I figure something out. All right, I might have figured something out. This probably will not work, but we're gonna give it a try anyway. I'm going to attempt to, well, see, this might not work either. Goodness. Maybe if I had a clip. I can get a clip. I'm gonna try to transfer this using water out of this filter, and that's gonna be hot. All right, hang on. All right, I'm gonna grab a clip. I don't know if that might be wide enough. Whoa, oh, that is fantastical. That's probably not gonna work either. We'll give it a try. I'll try to not burn myself as I hosed, oh, well, I've already failed in not burning myself. Let's see. Okay, that's, all right. Okay, I think I got the majority of it out of this paper magically without burning myself. Look at this. That's horrifying. Look at that. Oh, that's being regifted. Hopefully they don't watch the channel. I have never experienced that before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in this pour over. I'm gonna try to get as much out of here as I can. I'm gonna take a couple tries, but we will get there. What an adventure. What an adventure. That is fantastic. Okay, that's probably about as good as we're gonna get. All right, so I suppose we can count the majority of that as time spent steeping, and then we can add a little bit more water. Let's see, where are we at here? That's not correct. All right, let's off that. Let's see, where are we? Oh, that's dumb. Okay, well, I can't account for that, this carafe. Let's see, where do I normally put it? I think it's normally a little bit higher, so we'll put it just a little, we'll add another 100. Okay. I don't know how much is in there, but I do know that the steeping method will make it a lot better. Oh my gosh, what a thing. Oh wow, I've never had one burst. And it's funny because you read the back of that thing and it's like, hey, maybe this time it won't burst. And it's like, well, I've never had it burst. And then it bursts. And then what do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You go out and you get more Chemex papers because those are hot garbage and it's very depressing. What if I should add some, well, no. No, like I said, I'll put that in a sealed container and we will have it later. Oh, wow. All right, so let that go. It's enough excitement for one day. Holy cow. I have never had one of these burst. Never, ever. This is terrible. I mean, little effort is applied in order to pull it apart. Yeah. Do I remember who would carry Chemex papers? I think I'd have to go all the way to Easton, at least. Because the Target, I thought the Target would carry them. Target doesn't carry them because I went there to look for certain things and I'm like, I'm out of paper, might as well look for paper. And then I just bought these instead. And let me tell you, mistakes were made. That's ridiculous. This is probably gonna taste like hot garbage. But that's all right. That's just the way it is. I have to go out and get more Chemex papers. This is no bueno. This is no good. This is no help. Double crimped design helps protect against bursting. Certified compostable. It's my understanding that if you put like anything paper-like in a compost that goes out to a garbage, it's taken out in the garbage. The paper gets taken out anyway. So because they don't consider the paper something you can compost. So I don't know. It's weird. I think everybody probably does it differently, but my understanding is that, if you put something out for compost, they're going to remove the stuff that doesn't look compostable, which is paper. So, oh my God, especially that paper. I'd be very disappointed to get a hold of that paper. Okay, so we are definitely, well, I mean, we're getting dark, but the top's not doing what I want it to. It just doesn't look like everything's at the bottom. Get a little stir going on here, all the way at the bottom. Oh, that's weird. The texture at the bottom's odd. I've stirred them down at the bottom before, but it's always been like loose. Now the coffee's like almost glued to the bottom of the. It's very strange. Okay, well now we've got a little bit more floating at the top, so it's obviously too hot to drink, so we can let this go for as long as we really wish to, and it will be fine. It can only get nicer. We're not adding pressure, we're just letting it steep. There's just a point where it stops extracting, and that's fine. So we'll give it a couple more minutes here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I waited a couple more minutes. I think we're good to go. About as good as we'll ever be. It's definitely not the best for a French press, but it'll be okay. So what we're gonna do this the traditional way. I'm going to press this on through. I'm going to collect everything that's in there. I'm going to press it to the bottom. I'm not going to strain it this time because it's already really weird. So we'll just... And hello, Anna, wherever you are. Such a fun ride. It was a weird experience, but a fun experience. I think what made it more fun was the fact that it was Star Trek. If it had been anything else, like Avatar, Star Wars, meh, But since it's Star Trek, of course, I'm like, that's amazing! And that's generally the way fans and fandom works. Okay, so let's talk about this disaster, shall we? Okay, so not so much a disaster. This actually tastes great, which should be no surprise. It's a wonderful, like a chocolate taste. It's got this wonderful funkiness to it, a little bit of a fruit hit. There's just so much niceness going on here, and because of the way everything happened, I had to transfer it to a different pot. It had to go a little bit longer to steep better. It already started its process. There is a little bit of over-the-top bitterness going on, but I understand that that's part of my process that happened and has nothing to do with the coffee itself. I can still taste what the coffee wants you to taste, and it is this wonderful, full flavored, light roast that shouldn't taste as bitter as it does because it's a light roast, but it's the series of errors that happened right before everyone's eyes, that was hilarious. And these, I gotta go find what I have things to do I want to do today that just came up. I need to get a small extension cord for the lights outside. I need to get Chemex papers, and I'm pretty sure the ornament that I wanted from Hallmark is in, because I've seen it on eBay. The damn thing's on eBay, so I assume Hallmark's either got them or they're already sold out and they're on eBay. So I'm gonna stop at the Hallmark, which is right next to Home Depot, and pick up and see if I can pick up the Relics ornament that comes out this year. And if I have that, I'll show it to you tomorrow with my other ornament, Star Trek ornament that I picked up 2 weeks ago. Nothing against the coffee. The coffee is wonderful. It's such a delicious coffee. The blending is great. The roasting is on point. Just the uniqueness of the fermenting process is it just makes everything so wonderful. I screwed up and now it tastes a little too bitter because of everything that happened here. So totally my fault. And this paper's fault. The paper does not lose out on any of the blame. That was awful. 8 to 12 cup cone coffee maker. Let me tell you, that's a coffee maker, buddy. I mean, imagine putting that in a coffee maker and it doing what it did, and then explosions, and then you've got and you couldn't even see it because it's in the coffee maker. I am disappointed. Anywho, gonna go do that today. We'll come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a do-over and I'll get better. I'll get actual papers and we'll have a do-over of this because this is so good. And then I'll save this. Yeah, it just is the smell. It just, the way it was made here does not do this smell justice. It smells so good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying, hopefully. That was funny. That was not planned at all. It was the first paper I took out of that damn thing. Just on top of ugh. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.